Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Cross. I'm here with Dixie Andelin Forsyth and her husband, Dr. Bob Forsyth, and they
He
are
just
going
came
to
in,
be.
so he just came in, so he got to join us. Yeah.
Yes, he just popped in. We're happy to have you here. And we were just talking about something going on our closed group today. Someone had asked for a certificate of leadership to give to their husband. So I found a really nice one and just uploaded it there. And then Dixie started to say that it's a little bit different in her book coming up, Fascinating Womanhood for the Timeless Woman. And so why don't you tell us what's different?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're saying, oh no, husbands aren't leaders or anything. They definitely are, but having the husband be, quote, the leader implies that the wife is kind of like one of the children. And that isn't really true. And she actually is a leader, but she's a different type of leader. So what we've done is we're saying that men are usually, not 100% of the time, sometimes it's reversed, but men are usually better at doing what we call being a task leader. They're more interested in getting the job done and that things are in order. And then women are really good at being a relationship leader. They are the ones who care how people feel while the job is getting done. Did I say that?
Yeah. No, I think when I was growing up, I noticed that I kind of thought of my dad as the law and my mom as the love. It was interesting to watch them together because they had a 50-plus year marriage, and I think a successful marriage. And so I watched that and I thought, it seemed like my dad was more the task guy. He was more interested in getting things done and on time. And, he would be saying, okay, we've got to go now. We got to do this. We got to do that. My mom was always more interested in how I felt. And if a task leader and a relationship leader recognize the importance of both their roles, because they're both important, and then they work together, you've got a real powerful organization. Now, this, I think one of the reasons I started talking about this with Dixie years ago was that I taught some organizational behavior, and they said that successful organizations, one of the things that sets them apart is they usually have a task leader and a relationship leader. Now, I guess sometimes maybe one person can do both, but typically there's both roles in a successful organization. And so I think we've kind of taken a look at this from a family point of view, which hopefully is a successful organization.
Oh, yes.
And so the task leader maybe isn't always as sensitive to how people are feeling because he's more concerned about getting things done. My dad would say stuff like, when I say jump, you say how high. He'd tell me in the military when he was in the Air Force in the Second World War, you can't sit around and ask questions all the time. You had to get things done. You need to suit up and show up. And so I got this, this task training, but I think in a way it's good masculinity training.
Yes.
When you look at the relationship leader side, we're the ones who remember birthday presents and Christmas presents, and we think about, should I send flowers to Mrs. Jones who's in the hospital? That's all relationship kind of stuff, whether it's in your extended family or outside your family, in your group, or within your home. When the dad says, okay, we got to get this job done, we got to pack for this trip, then mom is more concerned about whether the children have the shoes that they need, or
some of the details.
Yeah.
Dixie helps. It's not that I don't do any task. I mean, I don't do any relationship things. I only do task things. I do some of both, but she's really better at the relationship stuff because she's more tuned into the details of things.
I'm more sensitive.
I'll forget, I'll forget, let's see, okay, it's so-and-so's birthday, or, we need to do this. We need to send a thank you card to, some of those things I don't always think about. I probably should, but I just don't, I'm not as concerned about it, I guess. And
so
she helps me. She helps me.
We have an opportunity to make our husbands look better when we sign our names and those cards. And he has not any idea what we even bought for that person. So love from mom and dad. And he says,
well, I gotta say at Christmas is a typical example of how Dixie and I work together well. I'm make sure we've got the finances to get something, and can accomplish Christmas. And I help out with some of the details, but boy, she is good at remembering who all we need to get things for. She even often knows what maybe a grandchild likes. They really like this particular game where I may not have,
Keyed in on that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good at
Oh,
relationships.
he might just give him the present in the bag that it came in, where I say, no, we got to wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Or she'll say, okay, presentation is everything.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
make this look nice. And
Yeah.
I might say, look, I can throw this thing together and put some ribbon around it, and here's your present, or put it in I like those bags where you can just,
Oh, gift bag.
gift bags
Yeah.
where you
And
can
then,
pop it in there,
I know.
and a little paper on, and
Brilliant.
here you go, I mean, I know it sounds a little bit too task oriented, and I wrap presents, I try to help out, but she's really good at the relationship stuff, and I'm really pretty good at the task stuff. Now she does a lot of
Right.
task things too, but this combination, when we work together, and she really supports me in this,
It's
and
an unbeatable combination.
she helps me be the task
Yeah.
leader, and I recognize and help her be a relationship leader. So really, we're both leaders in a successful family.
And in Fascinating Womanhood, you learn how to do your part to help make this dynamic couple.
It's not so,
Because
That's
women
true.
are the gatekeepers. They
But-
really are.
and it's not about competition, because
No.
really, if we're really honest about it, what we both want is a successful organization. It's not about
A
who's
happy family.
a happy family.
Happy marriage.
It's not
happy
who's
family.
right necessarily, or who's the boss, or who's in charge of everything. Although she often defers to me, especially, financial things, or, some of the difficult decisions. Sometimes I remember once I felt like we should buy this house, and we did, and she thought, there's too much money, or it's too difficult, or whatever. I said, look, just trust me on this one. I think we really need to do this. Sort of my gut instinct and her women's intuition. We were kind of
Yeah.
thinking, okay,
You
is this
trust me. And I
said,
learned from the
"Trust me on
past. I
this."
thought, yeah, because we live in Missouri, but then we lived in Canada, and he wanted to buy a house in Missouri, and I thought, but it's so far away.
Mm.
And he said, I just have a feeling about this. We need to get this. Well, it turned out it kind of saved our financial lives years later.
Wow.
Just the right
2
time.
years later, it
Yeah.
ended up
Mhm.
being,
A real godsend.
yeah,
So
it was just,
so
it was,
I was right and he was right. It was difficult to manage. We rented it out. It was very difficult to manage from a foreign country. And
But we ended
it
up
wasn't
moving
perfect,
here.
But we ended up moving here, and
And you're glad you listened to your husband. And I can't tell you, in my experience with working with clients, how many women who do not listen to their husbands, who say got a job in San Diego, or got this great job, and she's like, no, I'm not going to move, I'm staying here. And now they're not married today because he was miserable. He really wanted to take the job, and she would not go with him, and she wouldn't let him follow his dream.
well, I feel a responsibility to take care of things financially. Dixie does, a lot of things. She does art, and one of the things she does so well is she's careful, with the way she spends things. I often will have to say to her, no, go ahead and buy something for yourself.
Too hard.
She'll
Makes me
say,
feel bad.
she'll say, well, I don't know. I think she'd like something, but I tend to be the one that says, no, go ahead and get it. I know sometimes I've got people I know where the husband hardly will get anything for his wife.
Yeah.
He kind of acts like, no, we don't need that. But then he'll go get toys. He'll get something new for him that's kind of expensive because he just wants it. And
Yeah.
so, I don't know. To me, though, if you can learn to work together in this, and I think, Dixie,
So true.
we've got something, that works. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hey guys, we'll wrap it up. It's perfect because my daughter just walked in the door also. So, the holidays are here and we already
Yeah,
started
that's right.
talking.
Okay.
Hey guys, thank you so much.
Okay.
Everybody watching, like, share, and comment below. We love your support. Bye-bye. See you guys later.
Yeah.